Welcome back, Scratchers. We've been working on our scrolling shooter game, and we have a lot of the elements coming together. But there's one element we can add very quickly. It'll give us a lot of viva-voom and really help spice this up. And that is adding some sound effects when we actually fire these bullets. And to do that, we're going to turn our attention to a tool, JSFXR, which you can find at sfxr.me. And this is an online JavaScript-based random sound generator. And it generates sounds that sound appropriate for an 8-bit kind of arcade game style of game. And really what it does is it just creates a waveform. So all sounds are a wave. All of these different settings are ways of adjusting how that wave is actually formed and what it sounds like. Over here on the left, we have a list of common types of sounds we see in a video game. And if we click on one of those, notice it will play a random sound for us. If we click it again, it'll give us another sound in that family, but a bit different. Every time it will tweak the values just a bit. So we can pick, for example, if we want to have a shooting sound. And once we have settled on a sound we like, we can also adjust by pulling these bars and get different kinds of details to it. Once we have one we like, we can go ahead and download it by clicking this link. And it downloads as a WAV file that then we can upload in Scratch. If we come back to Scratch, notice there's the code costumes, but there's also this sounds tab. If we click that tab, come down here, we can actually upload a sound that we have recorded, like these wave sounds. Now this one I really like, so I'm going to use this one that I've previously created, if you want to hear that. So I'm going to go back to my code and have it play that sound. And notice we have a couple different blocks that are in our sound palette that deal with sounds. There's play sound until done, there's start sound, and there's stop all sounds. And depending on our needs, we'll either use the play sounds until done or the start sound. And these may seem identical at first. The difference is in how they actually work after that. So the start sound will just immediately start that sound and then continue executing any blocks that are snapped beneath it. And that can be a little problematic in this case because remember, with an event key, while this event hat is being processed, it won't let you do another thing, but it will take the event in this case because it will stop processing. And remember that sound takes a little bit of a time to play. So if I hold it down like that and spam it, what's actually happening is the previous sound is still playing, and then we start playing the sound again right on top of it. And those two waveforms actually get combined and at an offset level, and that can lead to some kind of distorted sounds, that can lead to feedback kind of sounds, and usually that's a little unpleasant and not really what we're after. On the other hand, the play sound until done means that this script will still be running until that sound stops, at which point it will now pick up the next spacebar press. So if I hold this down, I will not have those sounds piled up on top of each other, and it actually adds a little bit of padding between each bullet firing, which I think looks really good as well. So it actually acts as a little bit of a weight block for us on top of its other benefits. So now you've seen how to actually add sounds, you've seen how to generate them using JSFXR. I would encourage you, as you build your game out, to go ahead and create additional sounds and add them into the game and just build out the game that you want to build.